welcome back to Digger Down Metal Detecting. I'm back out on my own permission, and this is my new field of dreams. As you know, this one was producing like crazy, just crazy finds on here. And I thought, I mean, last time I was on here, this rape, self-seeded rape that you can see, it was too tall, wasn't it? It had grown really long and thick, and it was nearly undetectable, most of it. Now he said the farmer said that it was going to be, they were going to seed it within sort of 3 weeks' time. Well, I've been to RCM and Detectable, and you know, that within that few weeks, and I thought this would have been seeded by then, but I don't know what he's done. He's kind of driven a tractor over it near enough. It doesn't look like it's been done at all. I'm not really sure. So, I mean, me assuming that it would have been done before I've even come here, I asked the farmer if I could have a new field, if I could have the one, well, actually I wanted the one over the back here, but he doesn't own that, unfortunately. So I said, what about the one the other side of this one? And he kindly said yes, and now I've got a huge 60-acre field, that side. It's stubble. But it's massive, and who knows what could be in there. So as far as I'm aware, this is all completely undetected. So that's really exciting. But this, I want to get back on here before this is set. So I've got a bit of a dilemma, really. I think I might have a go on the new field. I'm going to try on there because it's stubble. I'll see how we get on. And then maybe I'll have to give him a ring later on and just ask him if this has been done, if this has been set or not. I don't know. It's a dilemma, isn't it? What do you do? Let me turn you around. Just quickly, we'll go this way and have a little look. Just come around here, look at this. So this is the new field. And like I say, it's right next to my field of dreams, really. It's massive, absolutely massive, vast field. As far as you can see, really, isn't it? But yeah, like I say, it's stubble, so it's a bit of a dilemma. What do you do? What do you do in this situation? But yeah, we'll go on that field. We'll have a go on the new one. All exciting, isn't it? I get really excited with a new bit of land. Just you're searching and you've got no idea what's going to be there. Could be anything, absolutely anything. So yeah, we'll get on this stubble. We'll have a go. And we'll see what we can find today, guys. Don't forget, we are sponsored by Dragon Detecting. If you want to use my code DIGGERD10, you can get yourself 10% off on selected items. Yeah, so go check them out, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, please. If you know, it helps the channel massively, and I really appreciate it. And you get to enjoy these lovely videos. So, yeah, thank you very much, guys. I'll see you on that first hole. I'm really hoping you can see the screen on this. As a little hints and tips here, just with your Ferrous limits. What I've tried to do, I've got my notched area that I usually have. This is where the falsen kind of happens. Hopefully you can see it. And I've raised these other areas right up. I've really opened her up today. I'm just trying it out, and I got this lovely little signal. But as you can see, the dot is just on the edge of that, and it sounds lovely, but actually, it's this tiny little nail head, or just a tiny little rusty nail. Now, I don't want to be finding those, so what you can do is just edit it and just bring that. I'll just bring that notch over, say 2. There you go. It's gone. I don't want to be finding those. I don't want to overdo it with notching stuff out. Or you're not notching it out, you're just turning it into the iron tone, aren't you? You're just eliminating that ferrous tone, or the good tone from the ferrous. You don't want that falsing. But yeah, just let's go back 1. Even just 1, actually. Look, it's gone. But if I notch it back 1 over, just gives you that tone. So I just notch it 1 over. There you go, I've set. Yeah, all I've done is just moved my little notched area just over, just that one little notch, just to eliminate it. But there we go. So that's how you can use your ferrous limits. Yeah, if you find a bit of iron, just test it on it. Just go into your ferrous limits and edit them, and just test over that piece of iron that you found. Good little tip there. But yeah, I won't be finding little nails like that anymore, but we'll carry on, and if I find anything else like it, I can just go back and notch it out, but I won't be finding that anymore. So there we are. There you go, a little surface find. It was literally just under the surface, about 17, and my first signal of the day, really. I was just sort of testing my machine. I've only walked onto the field. But yeah, it's a part of a strap end there, straight away, so that's a good sign. Absolutely. But like I say, I am beside that other field, so would expect something. I don't know how far I will get into the field before, whether it'll change, whether I won't find so much, if I'm not near that other bit of land there. But yeah, I did actually have another nail. I'll just show you a bit closer. So I was showing you I notched that area just over 1, didn't I? But I've actually just brought that one down by 2 along that top bar, but this one's completely all the way up. But we'll see how we get on with that. But yeah, I found another tiny little nail. It was just coming in there, so I've just brought that down by 2 to notch that out. But yeah, little strap end, absolutely brilliant. Nice start. Got a lovely 54, 55 here, pretty crystal clear. Who knows? Just lovely when you're on a new field, isn't it? You just got no idea what these things are going to be. Could be absolutely nothing, obviously, but you just never know. Optimism is key. Where have we gone? Is it falling back in the hole there? Is it in that? So this little clod here, what's that? Looks green. Looks green, it's promising. Oh, look. Oh, wow. Let's not clean that anymore. We've got a little strap end there with a buckle, with a pin. Little buckle plate. Absolutely brilliant. Let's have a little look together on the other camera. There we go, just there, just where I put it, look. Unbelievable, absolutely beautiful little find. That is just... I think it's got some gilding on there as well from the looks of that. Can you see that shining already? I've barely cleaned it and it's coming through. We'll just give it a brush. Soil's fairly loose and dry here. Nice and soft digging as well. But this is just brilliant signs, isn't it? Look at that, it's gilded and everything. What a beautiful little find. Absolutely incredible. How does it survive all that time? So that's going to be medieval, my guess. It's definitely old enough to be medieval. Quite an early little buckle, that, or little strap end. Probably have a little look in my buckle book, I think, just see what we can find on that. But I won't spray it or anything. I'll just that's plenty clean enough. But look at that. Even the little buckle still moves. Don't know about the pin. Pin's fairly stiff. I think it's got some little rusty pins in there, but gold gilding on there, look. What a beautiful little find. Lovely little strap end. Absolutely incredible. What a start to the day. What a promising looking field this is going to be. Still fairly close to that edge where that other field is, but I'm sort of slowly moving out, so that's a good sign that it's tailing out into the field, you know. Lovely, absolutely superb. Right, well, I've just wandered across and I've wandered through a rather large patch of shotty ends, and we all know what they're like. They come up in all sorts of numbers, so I've just been sort of digging and not filming, and then I come across this one. It was about 40, I think. Let me just 42 on there now, around the 40s, and it looks to me like we've got ourselves a coin, but it's totally smooth, flat, and I thought it was quite thin, but actually, looking from the side, it's got some thickness to it, some bobbles. There's a possibility, a big possibility, that that's actually a Roman, which would be great. I only ever found one Roman on the other field next to this. But yeah, it's a hard one to tell, but it's definitely got that, if I can get it in the right light for it, let me turn around. It's definitely got that thickness to it, hasn't it? There's thick places on it where it might have been like a Roman coin, really. They always have bulged areas where the detail is, but there's no detail on that. But that is a big possibility that is. I'm gonna say that's a Roman coin, just a very, very worn one. Yeah, look at that. Gotta be very thin for a Roman around the edges, but in those middles, it's like I say, it's got those raised areas, hasn't it? But yeah, we'll carry on. We'll see what else we can find. Hopefully there is Roman on it. That'd be great. Still having lots of shotty ends in between decent signals, but I've just got this one. Not the greatest of dots on the screen, but it is in the 50s, 60s. It doesn't sound very deep actually, so probably another shotty end. Sound, I think. Yeah, it wasn't very deep. Yeah, lots of shotty ends. Like I say, they come up in such different numbers, don't they? You've got to dig them. You can't. Had it there, tiny little thing if it is. Yeah, there's a little bullet case and just a squashed one, look, a little copper. That's why it's coming up so high. But yeah, lots of it here, unfortunately, seems to be. I've just hit a patch in the middle of the field, so I'm sort of doing a diagonal from corner to corner, and yeah, seem to hit a large area of them, so we'll carry on. I'll just dig them, I think, and then I'll show you what I find until I clear this area. This one coming in at an 11, which is pretty low, really. Sometimes sort of copper and coppery bronzy bits do come in that low, but yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Not after the amount of shotty ends I've dug, you wouldn't believe. I've made it maybe, I mean, this is huge. This is a huge, huge field. I'm probably 3/4 of the way across doing a diagonal. Still haven't made it to the other corner yet. I thought I'd go to that corner, maybe go down a side, and then maybe crisscross again. You know, try and just cover the field, a few of the areas. You know, I'll never cover this. This is massive. But yeah, little strap end, another little strap end, quite far out into the field. Like I say, good signs, really, isn't it? I've had a couple of buttons and bits as I've come across, but yeah, it's nice to find something that little bit older, isn't it, further out into the field. It means they were coming across here, they were either working the fields or whatever, but yeah, great to find little pieces like that as you come across. But yeah, we'll carry on. Lovely little find. This is a little bit exciting. I've just had a 17 here, and I had to clean it up because I wasn't sure to start with, but it doesn't look like a lot, does it? But that is the tail end of a type of brooch, possibly Roman fibula, I would have said. And now, is that a kind of sort of what they call a fan? Is it a fantail brooch? Something like that. But that's the bottom end. That would have been a very extravagant little brooch, that. So that's the catch plate end of it. I wonder if the other half is here, or the other part of it's clearly broken off here. It's missing quite a bit of it, but yeah, definitely Roman here then. That's crazy. That would have been beautiful, and it's kind of got this, I don't know if I can get it in the right light, but it's kind of got this silveriness to it. Is that a detail down the middle there? Sort of a zigzag. You got those two little stripes, and then there seems to be like a zigzag pattern along that as well, from what I can make out. But that is, yeah, that is incredible. That would have been a beautiful brooch, that. Let's see if we can find the other half of that. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Could be here somewhere. I will do a little circle around this area and just see if I can find it, but that's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So many shotty ends on here, but I thought we'd do a live on this because there's such a tight little signal. Lovely 50, 54. And it's come straight out of the hole, but it doesn't sound great now, if I'm honest, but it was just a Yeah, shorty end. Must have been really flat, that one. There's so many. This was coming in at a solid 40, so I wasn't really expecting a coin. I was thinking more actually shotty end, and it was quite a depth. It was actually down here. Can't see the imprint of it, but yeah, it was down the bottom there, good 8 to 9 inches. And it's this, it's a George VI, 2 shillings, 1948. Look, lovely little coin, but I gather that's a Cooper nickel coin. Again, no silver in that. Bit late for silver. Yeah, after they changed them, basically. Yeah, Cooper nickel, I think. But yeah, good condition. 2 shilling coin there. Little George VI, look. Lovely, so that's the first coin of the day. But this is, like I say, such a vast field here. You're going to struggle to find little hot spots, but I'm now getting closer again to that field, the original Field of Dreams. So yeah, I'm going to start finding more stuff, I think, and hopefully a few hammers along this side. But yeah, first coin of the day, nice. Big 70s, 80s signal. Honestly, I think if I've dug what, say, I don't know, 60 signals since I've been here, I'd say that a good 50 of them have been shotty ends. But this is a nice big bright signal. I've had, in all fairness, there's not a lot of trash. Trash. I know shotty ends are classed as trash, but you'd kind of expect them. Some of them are a bit older, aren't they? But I've only dug kind of 2 bits of can, I think, today, and that's about it. And maybe a couple of little bits of foil, but nothing really too bad, if you like. What we got here? Oh, we might have a coin. Live coin for you, look. There we go, what we got there. Looks like an older one. I'm going to say that's a George III, that is, because it's got the little rim around the outside. They have like a, if you rub the rim of the coin, you'll see there's a little groove all the way around. So even if you can't get detail off of a George III, which there is a bit on this one, but even if you can't, you can tell it's a George III by that little groove. I think we'll go to the other camera and I'll show you that in a bit more detail. You'll be able to see then. For those of you that don't know, I know plenty of you do. Giving a little trouser rub, but we're getting a bit of detail. I can see Britannia. I'll just flip you to the other camera and just show you. It is a bit blustery today as well. So yeah, there you go, George III. Just make out Georgius. Gorgeous Georgius, and actually you can see the 1, 2, 3 there, look, George III, and that rim I'm talking about is where it looks like a little, yeah, just a little groove around the rim of the coin in places where if you can wipe the dirt out of there, but you can just see that groove. Like I say, if you can't get detail, check the rim and see if there's that groove. You'll know it's a George III. But yeah, there we go, Britannia. Not sure where the date is. I think the date on these is actually on this side, isn't it? Don't know if we're going to get a date, but is the date on this side? Is it at the bottom there? Yes, it is. 17... Is that 07? Would I be wrong there in saying 07? Let me just give that a bit more of a trouser rub. What we got there? 17... It's a difficult one. 1707, I think, but could be wrong. But there you are. Yeah, George III. I'd say is a penny. I'm going to say that's a penny, or a halfpenny even. Actually, could be his halfpenny. But yeah, there you go. Little George III coin. Lovely. Right, well, I've had some lunch and we've carried on, and I've just had another coin. It's funny because, well, I'm pretty sure it is a coin, but there's nothing on it. It's funny because there's no, or barely any, pre-decimal coins on the field next door. I barely found any, and yet I found a sort of 3 today. Can't make out any detail on that. It's a bit broken on one side as well. That was coming up in the 80s, 90s. But yeah, another coin. It's such a funny field. This side of the field doesn't seem to have even half as many shotty ends. And I had this, it came in at a 60, around the 60s. And I'm gonna guess I almost thought furniture tack, but or furniture decoration, you know, but I'm not sure about that little bobble there, but it's thick, it's bronze. I'm gonna guess that that's some kind of decorative, sort of like a horse brass or a horse decoration maybe, or a belt decoration. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I'm gonna go with. Very thick piece of metal there. Not sure if it's brass or bronze, to be honest. I think bronze. I think it's very bronzy. But yeah, I don't know. Anybody got any ideas on that one? Just let me know what you think. But yeah, quite a decorative little piece. I quite like that. Yeah, very nice. Different for sure. Almost getting to the point where I want to ring the farmer and just ask about that other field. Yeah, this is really hard going on here. It's hard swinging. It's a long time swinging between finds, but then it throws up something nice. Yeah, it's an odd field. It's got random bits and bobs in it, and I've just found this, and it looks like a little shield. I can't work out what's on it, but I'd say that's again some kind of little leather mount or leather stud, belt stud. Yeah, just like a little decoration, but yeah, it's in the shape of a little shield. I gather there would have been some kind of detailing on that, but can't work it out. That was coming up in the 60s, that. Quite a thick bit of coppery, brassy, bronzy. But yeah, I think brass. I think it's probably brass. But yeah, that's a nice little find, that. Interesting. Bit unusual, isn't it? But yeah, lovely. Really pleased with that. Well, honestly, I don't think I've ever known a field to have so many shotty ends. I think they must have had a shotgun war in here. Honestly, every other signal is a shotgun end. It's crazy. There are bits in between, but you've got to really work for it on here. It's hard going. Stubble's getting softer, that's for sure. So, actually, my other permission. That's mostly stubble, and that should have softened up by now, so we could probably get on there. Yeah, I am walking a bit quick, by the way, I know. For those of you that watch how I walk. I do tend to swing quite quickly sometimes, but I have spoken to the farmer, and I'm heading directly for that other field. That has just been disked about, so it's been flattened off, basically. They've just flattened the rape off. I thought they'd have direct drilled it, but obviously they want to kill that rape off first, let it lay down and rot in, I guess. But I thought they were going to just drill it, but they haven't, which is brilliant for me. Like I say, signals on here are few and far between. Then you'll hit a really busy patch of shotty ends, and you might get the odd find in between. Don't get me wrong, I've had some lovely finds off here already today. Really pleased with the finds. And there's good signs for a good field, this. But I think I'm gonna have to really work on this one. Just caught a signal right off to my side there. Little 17, probably a shotty end, because some of them sound sweet as anything. It's out in the first scoop. Yeah, some of them sound super duper nice. You want to be something nice now. If I can find it. It's either that or it's a bit of lead, is it? Is it that? Yeah, the odd bit of lead as well. Which is a good sign again, isn't it? If a field doesn't have much lead in it, there's probably not much sign of life in it half the time, I think. Lead is a very good sign of finds. You know, if you're going to find something in a field, you're usually going to find lead with it. So yeah, I think I'm alright with my settings as well. I think I'm getting on with these, my Ferrous limits, how I've changed them. They seem to be working well. The machine's opened up a bit wider. I've just eliminated those few little bits of nail that I was picking up, and it seems to be running very nicely actually. Not even falsing quite as much. I don't know if that's just the feel, but it's not falsing as much as it sometimes does. But yeah, I'm nearly there. I'll see you guys when I get on that other field, and hopefully we'll have some nice bits, because I don't know what sort of field that is. Can't wait to get back on there. I need to make the most of it before it's actually drilled. So yeah, I'll see you when we get there, guys. There we go, guys, we've made it. Yeah, as you can see, it's been disked about and they've completely destroyed the rape. Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, because this was getting way too thick to detect on here. But yeah, this has done me a huge favour. This is such a good field. It's well worth getting back on here. I can probably get on that other stubble field whenever I like, until that one's been drilled. I don't know whether they'll direct drill that one or, but this is yeah, this is well worth being on here. I probably should have asked him earlier on and got on here earlier, to be honest, I think, because once this is drilled it's going to be not coming on here till next year, so I need to make the most of it. I'll see you on that first hole, guys. First signal on here is a bit of a jumpy 19 in the teens. I think it's quite close to the surface, that. Possibly. Yeah. What's it going to be? First signal of the day on here. Is it going to be better than the other field, or is it going to be a shotty end? No, what have we got there? Looks like a piece of lead, something or other. I'd say it's a piece of lead. Worth digging everything on this field, whether it sounds brilliant or not, but this one's a cracker. 23, pretty solid. There's a digger all day long. Come on. Come on, be something good. It's so soft on here now. Beautiful digging. Come on. You're going to be another bit of lead. Oh dear. Yep, had that one coming, didn't I? Never mind. Well, always this field, not on here too long, and we've got ourselves a nice little find. Look, this was coming up in the 40s, and we got ourselves a lovely little buckle here. Don't know the age of that yet. I'd say it's probably later, being square, but I could be totally wrong. It's a lovely little buckle with the pin as well, again. I wonder if I'll find my old toothbrush on here that I lost. Now it's been turned over. It's probably lost forever now, I would imagine, but yeah, that was my detect and wear one. There we go, the little pin's going to move as well, look. If I can give it a little wiggle, I'll get the dirt out of there and it'll move. Should do, there we go, and that's the right side now. Well, it's got file marks on it, so that tells me that it's reasonably old, that. Possibly post-medieval, maybe? Could be totally wrong there, but could be earlier. I'll have a look in my buckle book when I get home, and I'll post up the results. I'll see if I can find out sort of a good age on that. But yeah, what a lovely little find. I do love a little buckle, and especially when you find them with the pin like that intact. Beautiful. $57, $58. Pretty nice signal, that. We'd set up for a live. I haven't done a great deal of lives today because, well, it was on a bit of a recce, and then every other signal was a shotty end look. So it was a bit hard going. Did a few live digs, but just, yeah, lots of rubbish. Come on, where are you? Not finding it. Come on, pinpointer. Do your job. It's, I think, still buried. Maybe it's a bit deeper. Must be down there a little bit further, I think. Sounds pretty big, actually. Probably trash. It does sound rather large. Definitely lovely and soft on here, though, which is a bonus. Come on, where are you? It's not coming out. Oh, I think I'm maybe completely missing it, which is not a good sign, because usually that's trash. Yeah, I was way off. When you're doing that with a little coil, there's a reason for that. And there we go. Yet another big piece of lead. Huge, actually, but yeah, I was way off there. Don't know what was happening, but yeah, another one for the scrap pot. Collect it all. Yeah, lots of lead and bits today. Shotty ends. Lovely buckle though a little while ago. But yeah, we'll carry on, see if we can find another nice find. Well, this one sounds nice, and for good reason. Lovely 25. Stay there machine in the wind. I've just seen it here. I did pick it up and just put it back down. It is a cut half. We got ourselves a hammered, finally. That's took some doing today. It really has. And I think that's going to be a voided short cross. Yes, it is. Yeah. And I don't know what it says on there. What does that say? No. CO something. COT. No, not sure. Not sure on that one at all. I think he's that way up. That'll be the top of his head there. Not sure who that is. Whether that's that might be a Henry III or a Richard, one or the other. Not 100% on that, but yeah, we got ourselves a lovely little voided short cross hammered coin. You absolute beauty. Getting towards the end of the day, and that is just fantastic. What a find. Wow, well, I just had a little 15 on the surface, very whispery, even though it was on the surface. I don't know if this was on edge, but I didn't think it was anything when I picked it up. But it is actually a little cut quarter. Can't believe that. That was really whispery, really quiet. Not sure who that is. I think it could be a Henry III, because that could be a voided long cross, that. But yeah, a tiny little cut quarter on the surface. Just incredible. This field is really something else. There's so much more to find here too. I just don't think I've got the time of the day. But we'll carry on for a little bit longer. See what else we can winkle out. But that's amazing. Absolutely incredible. This field just doesn't fail to produce hammered coins every time. I am knackered. I'll tell you what, I still haven't recovered from RCM and Detectable. I'm absolutely shattered today. It's been a hard day. Been a hard day's digging, a long day as well. But yeah, what an incredible day back on my permission. Back on a new field as well, a brand new field, which is massive. Just it's overwhelming. It's one of those fields that you just don't know where to go, which is why I ended up coming back here to this little field. Feel a little bit more comfortable on here, if I'm honest. And yeah, the finds on here are just incredible. But I've been on here about I don't know, hour and a half maybe, and I've already had 2 hammers. It's just crazy stuff. Got the wind blowing dust in my eyes. Oh dear. But yeah, what a day. What an incredible day. I'm so pleased with the finds. That new field producing some nice bits. Like I say, you'll have to work your way through the shotty ends on there. It's just unreal. But yeah, no, let's have a look what we found today, guys. I think we've done really well. So there we are, guys, look at that. Yeah, again, pots are full. I kept my finds for this field to this side here, which is this lovely little buckle, which I think I'm going to say is probably medieval. I haven't probably cleaned it up yet, but there are file marks on there as well, so you can see how it's been filed down and shaped. Yeah, what a cool little find, especially with the little pin still attached. And yeah, that other field, to be fair, I mean, there's some good finds on there coming up, you know, some really promising little bits and bobs. We had all of these buttons, bits of buckle, little pot mend there, very tiny little pot mend. I'm not sure on that. Was that off here? Or can't remember actually. No, I think it was off the new field. Bit of a leather, probably a leather strap or a belt strap. Or a belt fastener, maybe something like that. It would have been bent round, quite pointed ends. But yeah, it's got plenty of little bits and bobs. Like I say, there's a few buttons there. No button porn, unfortunately, today. Not a sniff of it. But there we got these other little bits and bobs here. This is lovely. I really like that. I've got no idea still what it is, but nice thick bit of plate there. I'm guessing. There's like a little stud there. I'm guessing that it was some sort of, like I say, belt decoration or harness decoration, maybe. Beautiful little strap end there. That'll clean up lovely. That will. Gilding all on there. That would have been absolutely beautiful. Before it was lost in the ground for however many years. But that is a stunning little find. Two buckles today with the pins. Look, we've got that one there and the little strap buckle. Yeah, absolutely smashing. Another little bit of a strap end there that came off that new field, and of course that beautiful bit of Roman brooch there, which I believe to be Roman anyway. I would have said like a fantail brooch. Like I say, it's a shame, such a shame that's broken, because that would have been absolutely stunning. You got the little catch plate there. But yeah, no, cracking little finds. Even that little shield, quite an interesting little thing. I'll have to clean that up and see if I can see any detail on there. But that's pretty cool as well. It's got to be another little leathery decoration type thing. And of course, coins today. A few little Georgian coins. We've got a Georgia third there, probably a halfpenny. Cracking little find they are. I do like finding milled coins. We've got a George the Sixth, 2 shillings there as well, Cooper nickel. Great detail on those, isn't there? Brilliant little coins. Not like today's coins. There aren't many like these, is there? A little Tudor rose in the middle there, thistle on the left. Is that a 4-leaf clover on the right? Crown at the top there. Beautiful little coins. I think this one actually I found in my pot. I think that was from Detectable, you know, and it was really tucked deep into the foam here, and I'd not realised it was in there, and when I went to put another coin in I found it. I think that's a little halfpenny, or I don't know, might be a George II, really early little George II farthing maybe. This one's totally scrubbed, got no idea what it even is.
even if it is a coin. I'm pretty sure it is a coin, but yeah, not a lot of detail on there. There is something there, isn't there? Don't know about that. Don't know. Not sure on that at all. And this one, I believe to be a little Roman, but again, very difficult to tell. And of course, this field's just produced in, like I say, within the last hour and a half. We've got ourselves. You don't very often find cut halves and quarters, and I've managed to find one of each, which is just spectacular, isn't it? So there you go, little voided short cross cut half, and I'm not sure who. Like I say, it's probably either a Richard or a Henry III, possibly. Could be totally wrong, but and of course a little cut quarter there. Again, not 100% sure on identification on that one, but I think a possible voided long cross, which will be a Henry III. But yeah, two little hammered coins there in that shorter time. Oh, and I found this massive, this blew my head off, massive lump of lead, hollow, open up this end and completely sealed this end. If you've got any ideas what that would have been, it weighs a ton. It's been weighing me down for the last 20 minutes, and I'm glad I'm going to head back to the van and get rid of it in my scrap pot, because that is heavy, really, really heavy. But yeah, no idea what that was off. It's ridiculously big. It's like a big sock. But yeah, massive, massive lump of lead. Cracking day, a cracking day. Yeah, spectacular finds once again. This field's something special. It really is. There's something about this field, and I'm sure there's got to be more in here, and possibly more in that new field. I'll have to just spend a bit more time in there. That's going to take a lot of time to go over that field and find the hot spots, maybe, if there is any. But there's, you know, even a big field like that, sometimes there can be nothing. You can't just expect there to be something just because of the size of the field. Like I say, this little field, maybe sort of 15 acres, if that, and it produces so much. It's just got to be in the right area, hasn't it? But yeah, again, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll stop rambling on now. I really appreciate you all for watching my videos. And if you haven't already, like I say, please subscribe to the channel. You'll get notified of a new video every week. I put a video up every Monday night at 6 p.m. I'll do my best to. But yeah, thank you very much as always for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.